Hello, my good and gorgeous people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad, happy, and excited to be back here. It's yet another lovely day. Gather here to have some good time. My name, for those who are new to this place, is LatezNjagi, and this is Looking at Life with Latez. If you're coming for the first time, thank you so much for coming. You're so much welcome. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel. It's a nice place where we come learn. We come get to talk about life issues, life experiences. We share our day-to-day activities, and it's a good place. So kindly stick by, subscribe, and wait for good vibes here. Today is on a Tuesday, and as our trend nowadays, Tuesdays is a time we come and talk about life issues. These are things that we are encountering each and every other day, and I come here with topics or issues that personally I've encountered in the past, or maybe I'm encountering, or maybe things that maybe they have come along, maybe people who are close to me and such like. So I don't just pick topics from anywhere, something that is rotating or revolving around my life. So today is a day that I want us to talk about saying goodbye, or maybe the power of letting go. Have you ever gotten yourself into a point where you're needed to say goodbye to someone, something, to a place, maybe a character of yours, to a friend, and such like. It happens that in life, there are so many things that cause us to say goodbye to. And you can attest to me that saying goodbye is never easy. Waking up one day and you're letting go of something that has been part of you, it's never easy. At times, it's the hardest thing that can ever happen. At times when it comes to maybe even losing someone, saying goodbye maybe to someone you really loved, not because maybe you are relocating, but because maybe they have gotten to leave us, or maybe they have died. So goodbye in all aspects. At times even it's leaving places. At times there is a place that life is calling for you to leave, but at times leaving it is becoming so hard, and you have to say goodbye. There are so many things that we say goodbye to. At times, maybe even it's a marriage. You have invested so much into that marriage, and you are like, how will I let go of this? How, after all the investment, and you're like, how will life be? How will my children survive? There's so many things that cause us to letting go, cause us to saying goodbye, and at times it becomes so hard. And I would like us to like understand letting go, saying goodbye. Why at times it's that hard, and maybe get to realize why is it important at times to learn to let go. Because at times we hold on things so much, thinking it's because we love them so much, and they end up breaking us, and they end up even maybe losing our next blessing, or maybe our next goal, achieve our next goal. So this will be our topic today: letting go, saying goodbye. And maybe today I would like us to talk about the power of saying goodbye, because it's never easy. There's no manual at times, because the attachment you had with this thing, the attachment you had with this person, it might not be the same with someone else. So at times there's no specific manual, but I would like us just to understand the entire art of maybe saying goodbye and letting go. And to start with, I would like us to understand why goodbyes hurt so much. The reason why letting go or saying goodbye at times it gets to affect you and it gets to hurt you, it's because the care and the concern you had, the attachment. Maybe a loved one. Is that what you are when you were together? It may be a marriage. You care so much of what you had built for the past years. Maybe it's that employment. There are a lot of attachment you have to that place. The people you got to know there, the things you'll be doing and such like. At times, even it's maybe a place, relocating to another country. You're moving from a country maybe which you have invested so much, you have built so many connections with people, and at times it hurts because feeling these things are now leaving you. Because one thing we get to realize is that at times you get to attach to people, to things, to a place, to a point that it becomes part of you. You see, like when you get married to someone, you even become of that family. You become like an union. Let's say for me as a woman, I'm married to someone. I even start calling myself Mrs. So and so. So this is an attachment that it has become part of me. You have children. At times, maybe life is getting to a point that you have to leave them. Maybe you need to go to work in another country. You have to leave your children, and at times it's never easy. Has become part of you. This is what you've known all along in the past years, and now life is telling you that you should leave these children. You should leave this marriage. You should leave this place of work. You should. It's never easy. It's never easy. That's why it hurts, because this is something that has become part of you. And it's like life is telling you to put down something that has become a part of you. It's like now removing one of your arm or one of your leg and being told to survive without it. It's never easy. That's why it hurts, because it's something that is you, but now you have to like let it go. It's like extracting something inside you and you tell it like, now stay aside me, I'm moving and I'm leaving you. That's why at times it feels so hurting. At times that's why you see after someone maybe gets through someone, they like moan and moan and moan because they are not like understanding, how will I live without this person? Maybe you have lost a parent and you're like, I have known my life all along having a mother. I've known my life all along having a father. How else do you life tell me that now I should live without a mother? How is life now then expecting me to live without a dad? How is life now expecting me that this is a child that I've loved all along, that now I can survive without? That's why at times letting go and saying a goodbye is never easy. It has to hurt. That is one thing that we have to accept, that hurting when saying goodbye is something that is very okay. You have to feel the pain. At times you cry and it's okay. Just do it. At times you feel the pain inside you, a pain that you cannot relieve even with tears. You're like, how then will I survive? How then will life be? You just having that thing within you. That is the first part that I would like us to understand. Something else that I would like us to understand is the truth of holding on, or that aspect of I don't want to let go. Because one thing, holding on something that is purposed or life has put you in a position of you letting it go, and you hold on it so much, it hurts more than even letting go. That is one truth that I would like us to understand. You see that situation and that person and that thing that life has shown you signs that you need to let go, but you're still holding on it so much. It is hurting you even more than the fear you have of letting go. Reason being, let's say you have lost someone, and within yourself, you don't want to accept that this person is gone. You hold on to this person so much. If at all you told your heart that I need to let go, you would have started healing. But at the moment you are still holding on, you're not healing. There's this trait that you have that you feel completely you need to let go. It could maybe at times it's maybe an addiction, maybe at times it's a trait, maybe alcoholism or something. You feel completely. If you let go of this thing, your life will align. This is a trait that you've come along with it so long, and you're fearing to like say goodbye to it. You're like, how will I survive? This is what I've known all along. You know very well, if you stop doing this thing, life could be better, but you're fearing of maybe how will it be? Maybe if I try to stop this addiction, maybe if I try to stop this and this, will I survive? You have a lot of fears. But one thing I will assure you is that aspect of clinging into that thing that you feel you need to let go. You have a friend that you feel completely, this friend is just in your life. You're like clinging on to this friendship. You are clinging on to this relationship that you know very well it's toxic. You know very well this relationship will never lead to marriage, because completely every day is a red flag. And now you do, you're still clinging on to it. You're still like holding on to it so tightly. You don't want to let go. You causing yourself so much damage. Other than that, you could have undergone when you would have let it go. Yes, letting go will hurt you, but holding on to something for so long, it will also hurt more. Because after letting go, you start healing. After letting go, you create space for something else. But when you hold on or to something, one thing is toxic, one thing it's hurting you, one thing that it's something that will never allow you to progress, you end up not starting a new journey of healing, not start a new journey of maybe learning something else. And why at times we hold on to things so much is because we have fear. Have fear of how will life be? You have fear of you have fear of starting over. You like you have a job opportunity to another country, but you're fearing to leave maybe your current job, you're fearing to leave maybe your current country, you're fearing to leave your family just because you're like, how will life be when I relocate to another country? How will life be? How will I start over? I'm going there, I don't know anyone and such like. I think the reason why we like hold on to things so much is because we are afraid. There's a lot of fear in letting go because you have a lot of fear of the unknowns. You have a lot of mindsets that is telling you have a lot of thoughts that are telling you, what if this and this happen? What if you encounter this and this? What if this and this happen? That is a truth that is there because it just has to be in each and every other person because as the human nature, this is okay as a human. You have to be like, I fear this, and I fear this. But one assurance that I want to give is that at times holding on too much hurts more and it worsens the situation which letting go could have caused. Or if you are weighing between letting go and holding on, you better let go and start over once and for all. Other than holding on too long, you hold on for a year or two, of which that is a wasted time. Something which you could have let go and started over and made progress. That thing I would like us to look at is, why don't we see goodbye as a point of growth? And when we get to see goodbye as a point of growth, we get to like see the importance of letting go. It gives us a push of like desiring to let go. Let go of this thing that you feel is no longer working for you. Because one thing, growth never thrives in comfort. That thing that you're holding not too much and it's giving you comfort, just know that growth never thrives in comfort. It's after you get out of that comfort zone, you let go, that growth will come. And one thing that we should already realize is that it's not all goodbyes that come to harm us. Some goodbyes are blessings in disguise. That's why you get to see there are women who lose their husbands or husbands who lose their wives and they thrive. Why they thrive is one thing, they understood the power of letting go. They understood that holding on will not do them any good, but at times accepting the reality and moving on will do them the great much benefit. Because you see, a woman, when she had a husband, nothing was working. We get to see nowadays, even women, they get out of marriage, they let go of marriages. And when they get here out, they thrive. You see their businesses thrive. They start businesses, some who aren't in businesses. And you see, it's not that they could not have thrived in marriage. It's because in one way or another, this was their blessing. Their blessing was in letting go. Their blessing was in like saying goodbye to this marriage, saying goodbye to their husband, accepting the reality of now my husband has passed, or maybe now my marriage is done. I need to concentrate. I need to be like focus on this, and this. So one thing that we have to admit is that not all goodbyes that are for our bad. Some goodbyes are blessings in disguise. So it may look not so appealing, but maybe after you let go, after you are in it, you may get to identify a blessing in it. And another thing is that not everything that we lose that becomes a loss. There are things we lose and we get to benefit. Benefit in a way that you won't know before letting go. You won't know before telling it goodbye. But it's after you tell it goodbye that you get to like, oh, so this and this was to happen. So this and this was to come. So get that aspect that some goodbyes are for our growth. Because every time you ever let go of something that you hold, of something that you had hold for too long, you create space for something else. You extract the older you that no longer works. You extract the older self that no longer works. At times you extract the things or maybe the space or maybe the people that no longer thrive in your life, and you create space for newness. You create space for new vibes. You create space for new friends. You create space for even new aspirations and new desires and new goals. So at times, letting it go, it creates avenues for something new. That's where growth is coming in. So goodbyes are always there to like help us grow, help us get to another level. But it's only if we have that acceptance within us to let go and to say goodbye. At times, life will never bring anything new to you if you hold too much of the things that no longer works for you. So if you desire to have newness in you, just learn on what you need to let go. Learn on what is not working that you need to let go. It doesn't matter how much you love them or how much you're connected to them, but if at all they are not working, just learn on how they need to go. And maybe the fourth understanding that I would like us to have is the pain of letting go. After letting go, one thing that you will have to bear with me is that it will hurt you, it will pain you, and it's okay. Don't like beat yourself too much when you miss your past, when you miss things that you used to do, when you miss maybe it's someone you lost when you miss them. It's okay. And that is something that we should always be like okay with. You'll miss your past, you'll miss these things that you feel you left. At times you regret the decisions you made, and it's okay. You'll be like, I don't think this was the best thing that you have done. You will start having thoughts of, I wish I did not do this and this. I wish I did not leave. I wish maybe I did not relocate. I wish I did not stop doing this and this. That is okay. It will happen. Even there are days you wake up and feel like going back. There are days you wake up and you feel like going back to that marriage you left. You felt it was toxic. You felt nothing was working in it. And yes, it's true. After you getting out of that marriage, things have changed. But there are days you wake up and miss going back there just because there was things that used to work very best in that marriage. And those are the things you'll miss. There are memories you have about that marriage and you start missing them. Is that loved one that you lost? Yes, you accepted they died. Yes, you accepted that they left you. Yes, you accepted that they are gone. But there are days you miss them so much. There are days you just be like having memories of them. There are days you'll be like, remember things you used to do with them and you miss them so much. It's okay. That is the pain of letting go. There's that pain that will always be coming by because memories are there and they will meant to be there. So they will come into your mind, you remember them. And these are things that will happen. Don't feel so bad when these things happen. It's okay and it's normal because we are human. And at times they make us so emotional. At times they mess our current nature. One thing we should always know that healing is not a one-day thing. It's a journey. And at times we say healing is messy. We say that healing is emotional. So at times expect that after letting go, there will be times when a lot of pain, there will be times when life will not be that easy. There are days you'll wake up and it will be the worst day of your life. Maybe you lost someone on a certain date. It's a year. You are commemorating. Maybe it's 1 year since so and so left. And those days will not be easy. And that is for true. And it doesn't show that you didn't let go. It shows that you are human. And healing is a journey. There are things that are making you cry now, and maybe years, 2, 3 years to come, you'll not be crying about them. There are things that hurt you so much, and it took you a lot of turmoil to leave them. And as you give the story, it hurts a lot. You cry a lot. There are days will come and you'll be sharing that story and you'll not even shed a tear. Not because that they no longer matter, it's because now overcome them. And it's because now you've healed past that. It still pains you, but it cannot make you shed tears. There are days it used to. There are days you'll even give that story and you'll be able to laugh about it. So it's a process. Healing is a journey. And this one has brought us to our sixth part, which is acceptance and healing. Just accept within yourself that not everything that is in your life that was meant to stay. There are things that come and go. There are places that are meant for you to go stay for a certain moment and then you go. There are people who are meant to come to your life to help you maybe get from one stage to another and they go. That is obvious with life. There's a place somewhere where you work in and maybe you're not meant to work there for long. Maybe those 2, 3 years was what you're meant to do in that place of employment or maybe in that business and such type. Maybe you are meant to stay in the country you are in for a certain period of time. Maybe from there, God had other plans for you to stay in another country. We have to accept that not everything that is in our lives was meant to stay. When life gets to a point and it tells you you need to stop this and you need to start this, accept it within yourself. Because it starts with acceptance. You know, there are some of us who are privileged to grow up with parents, but there are some who it had to happen that they had to grow with no parents. That was how life was to be. At times you have to accept this thing. At times I hear people talk and at times they're so bitter and such. You have to accept. Not everything in life that was guaranteed to be how we would have wished. There are some of us who will, there are some people who have gotten to bury their children and they're like, it's not okay for a parent burying their child. But life brought that situation like that. You have to accept that. I could not have wished to bury my child, but it happens. I could not have wished to lose my parents when I'm young, but it happens. I have to accept. I could not have wished to get married, get two, three children, and then my marriage breaks. It is not the wish of anyone, but no, it has happened. We have to learn acceptance. Because one thing, for us to heal from these things that we have said goodbye to, we have to accept. Not comparing that so and so have this and this and I don't have. I lost children. So and so we got children together and they still have their children. So and so have parents. So and so, yeah, that is how life is. We have to accept that not everything that is in our lives is meant to stay. Not everyone that is in our life is meant to stay. Not every circumstance, every situation that is in our life that is meant to stay. And when we accept, that is the first process of healing. You have to accept within yourself, and from there, you start telling your mind, it's okay to happen. It's okay, this and this is happening. What next? And in life, some chapters have to close for others to open. You have to lose some things to gain some others. So you have to accept that is the nature of life. And at times, accepting some of these things, it doesn't mean that they never mattered to us. It means that you choosing peace over pain, yourself over grief. And the fact is, acceptance doesn't mean that these things never matter. It means that we choose peace over pain. So you accepting that the situation that happened. It doesn't mean that you never cared. It doesn't mean that that marriage never mattered. It doesn't mean that you never loved that parent that you lost, that child that you lost, that job that you lost, that employment that you left, those friends that you like left, that country that you left. It doesn't mean that they never mattered to you. It means that you chose yourself, you chose your peace over the pain of remaining in that situation. It means that you chose peace over the pain. And maybe the last part is moving forward. You've now accepted and you're like on your journey of healing. Now the next thing is moving forward. And this is moving on. How then do you move on after these things? Moving on does not mean that you stop remembering, or maybe you stop missing, or maybe you stop like having memories. It means you less remember these people, remember these circumstances, these situations, and these good things that you had, but you don't allow them to control you. Yes, you remember you had a good family, you will miss the family, you will miss the marriage, you will miss the relationship you had with your husband, but you will not allow the divorce or maybe the breakup to affect you. That's what moving on means. It was there, it was a part of you. Yes, it will never get maybe lapped off in your mind because you are human. But one thing, moving on means that you have in your life, they no longer affect maybe you moving forward or having other decisions of life. Moving on is appreciating what was there. That marriage that you had, that relationship that you had, you appreciate it, but you don't get to hold on it so tightly that it prevents you to become something else that life is offering. It prevents you from moving forward. It prevents you from becoming. It's like, don't allow the things you left control you. This is what we're like looking forward to. Because for a fact is, there's more ahead of you than what you're living. Always be assured of that. And this will give you an inner energy. This will give you an inner push that whatever is ahead of you is much greater than whatever you're living. And the moment you move with that aspect, that whatever is ahead of me will be greater and bigger than what I'm living, you'll never be afraid of like letting go and moving on. You'll never be afraid of saying goodbye and waiting for that new blessing. And maybe to put a closure on this, if you are in a point of life that life is pushing you to say goodbye, just take that deep breath, say goodbye. Take that deep breath and say, it's time. Take that deep breath and say, I think I got it all. Because whatever I'm getting to meet here ahead is greater than what I'm living. Have that belief of that every ending has a purpose, that healing takes time. Have the belief of every ending has a purpose. There's nothing that just ends like that. There's a reason why whatever you feel becoming so hard for you to live, there's a reason why you're living it. And when you focus on what is coming other than what you're living, it will be very easy. Another thing that will make us to always remember is that healing is a journey. It does not take a day or two. And whatever at times I heal with an ear, you may heal with two or three. So healing is a journey. Be easy on yourself and trust the process of healing. And I assure you that one day you look at that goodbye that really hurt you, that goodbye that really broke you, that goodbye that you felt like was the worst of you. And you look back and you realize that that was the start of some of the best things that have happened in your life. That was the startup of maybe some of the many blessings that you have in life. It was a startup of achieving most of the things that you ever desired in life. So be assured that something is ahead of that goodbye that you're fearing you really need not to. So just tell it goodbye and you'll thank yourself later. And until next time, bye bye. Love you.